Hello friends, welcome back. So today we're going to move on and we're going to work on about class methods. So I'm going to just open that up by pressing command and then the backslash key, and I'm looking for a file called about class methods. So here, about class methods. Cool. So I'll just double click to open that up, command backslash to hide that, and I'm going to close this scope folder. So here we are, about class methods. So Koans, the Koans is a father class of about class methods, and then we're passing in dog, so we want to test that the objects are objects. So when we say class dog, we're able to instantiate things, and so if we instantiate a new dog, we want to say Fido is an object. That's going to be true, I think. So yeah, let's exit out of this old IRB and then open a new one, which is going to make it so we forgot all the things in here, all our previous ones. If you're not resetting yours, you could get weird things, especially because we're naming the same thing, like classes of dogs. So now if we go Fido is equal to dog.new, you're going to see that Fido dot is a object. Yeah, and actually you don't need parentheses in modern Ruby. I think that's going to be true. So yes. So even though Fido.class is equal to dog, it is still class is an object. So ancestors. That's Fido.ancestors. Descendants. So I can't remember what it is. Anyways, that is an object. Everything's an object, I think, in Ruby. So test classes are classes. So dog is a class. Well, let's pipe that in here and see what happens. Dog is a class, yeah. So that's true. So we can just say this is true. Is dog is an object. Test classes are objects too. Yeah, so dog is an object. This is going to be true, right? And so we want to assert that that is true. Test that objects have methods. Fido is equal to a new dog. Fido.methods.size is greater than n. I think we just need to fill that in. I want to see what this underscore n is thing. So I'm going to run the rake task. I'm going to come over here and save my work, and I'm going to run the rake task again, and I'm going to press Command K just to clear my terminal. And so this way we can run the test to see what happens when there's this underscore n here. So it says failed assertion on line 22 of about class methods. So that's here. So we're in the right spot. So yeah, well, we set our class of dog here. So what do you think the methods are going to be? How many methods are going to be there? It looks like, and there's a lot of them. Why? Because it's a class, because Fido is a class, therefore has a bunch of stuff that Ruby has built into it. So the methods.size, let's just find out how many. Instead of counting these up, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can just go Fido.methods.size, that gets us 58. So yeah, instead of greater than n, I don't know why they would say that. We can make it assert that it's equal to 58, and that I think would pass the test. So yeah, we could also just put a 1 there and it would pass, but this showing that it's equal to 58 just shows us that there's a certain amount. Wow, it says that it's not true. So maybe that's different because it's different in REPL because the REPL does not have the Koans situation in it. One thing that we could do to figure this out explicitly and definitely get the exact right answer if we wanted to do that, like here we can make it is greater. What we could do is put this, and this will just show us how many actual methods are there. And I could just do something like this in a string just to make it so it's easier to see. So if I save this and run the rake command, now we should see some things in our tests when it runs that shows us how this works. So yeah, here you can see that this is the string I passed in, so this is the number. So there's actually 62 here where there's 58 here. So there's 4 more methods that are added in because of this Koans thing, and so that's there. But we could say that methods.size is greater than, well, we know from the tests that there's 62, so we could just say it's greater than 61. Test that classes have methods. So, and I'm going to get rid of this print statement because we don't want this running every time we run the rake. yeah, I think that this was going to be different too. Dogs.methods.size. So the dog actually has more methods. There's 111 here. So when I enter this, it's going to be a huge array, right? And this is going to be bigger, and so that it just shows that there's methods there. So yeah, I actually like the idea of counting them and thinking about it like that. So let's go print the dogs.methods.size, and this time we'll use string interpolation to make it look a little bit cleaner. Last time we had the issue where it was on a single line. So here we're going to just make it so it's on us. We're going to make it so it works better. So this will print out the number of methods on dog class. So if I save that and we rerun this rake task, we will get to there. So yeah, I'm just going to delete this for now while it's running, but we can use that later. Yeah. So here, yeah, you can see the string interpolation. Sorry, I shouldn't have deleted that. The string interpolation made it so that it's on one class, and we can see there's 116 methods there. So here, we could write in 115, and that shows us that the methods are there. So there's 61 on the class, and no, there's 61 on the instantiated instance of a dog. But then on the class, there's actually more methods. There's 116. Test, you can define methods on individual objects. So Fido is equal to a new dog, so dog.new, and then define Fido.wag. So yeah, it looks like we're just setting it here. So if we were to put this method in here now, this will make it so that Fido let's say Fido.methods. Now method wag is one of the methods for Fido. So Fido.wag. So, and then if you called that Fido.wag, it's going to return Fido_wag like that. So I'm going to save that and just keep moving down. Okay, cool. So let's see what's up next. Assert raise. So rover.wag. So Fido.new. Here we say Fido.wag. So again, Fido has that. But that doesn't mean that all dogs have this method. It just means that the instantiated version of Fido is there. Test other objects are not affected by these singleton methods. So this is going to be a no method error because there is no, because Rover doesn't have the wag method assigned to him. Cool. So dog.to, def wag. So here they're starting a new dog class, and then here they're saying class level wag. So dog.to wag. So I guess they're just redefining it. So test, since classes are objects, you can define singleton methods on them too. Dog2.wag. I think that this is going to be a .wag. That's going to be a class level wag. Dog2.wag. Yeah, I don't know exactly. Test class methods are independent of instance methods. Fido is equal to dog2.new. Dog2.new. Fido.wag and dog2.wag. Dog2.wag. I think this is going to be class level wag. And Fido.wag is going to be a Fido is equal to dog new. I think because this was instantiated afterwards, I think that this is going to be an instance level. Yeah, instance level wag. Cool, so I'm going to save that and just run this because this is kind of a long one, so I want to make sure we're passing the tests as we go along. So this is just showing like that, yeah, I'm not exactly sure. 84, 80, so we're down. So yeah, we're still down below, so it looks like we've passed this one. So this is just showing this is an instance because we've created an instance of the dog, but then here we're changing what the wag method is, but we don't, the code runs down the line. And so when we instantiate a new one, this is the instantiated version of this, but then it doesn't run through here again. Once we create this new one, the computer is going to just go back to this class, which is saved in memory, and create a new level of WAG, but that's going to be called the instance level one, but then it doesn't run back through here. It just simply goes and creates the instance of it from here. And so that's why we have instance level WAG, and then yet the class has been changed overall. Hope that makes sense. That's tricky. So class, Attr accessor, so we know that dog can be named. So here we say dog.name, and we're returning name. Bizarre. I don't know why that would be. We already have that capability. Test classes and instances do not share instance variables. Fido.new is equal to dog.new. Fido.name is equal to Fido. Fido net.name is going to be equal to Fido because it's set directly above there. And then dog.name. Dog.name. I think that'll be instance of nil. Oh, dog.name is equal to dog. Interesting. Really? Okay, cool. Let's save that and run the tests. I wonder why dog.name is equal to dog. Class dog. Expected dog to equal nil. So the reason that happened is maybe because we have a open REPL and we've got a lot of things going on here. What happens if we go like this and then we go dog.name? Oh, we need to be IRB to open it up and then pump these guys into there. And now if we go dog.name, nil. Okay, interesting. I don't know why it gave me dog back then. So let's see here. Line 85. Well, we've already done that one, so we'll move on. And then I'm going to run a rake task again here. So here we have def dog a class method, dog's class method. This is really brainy stuff. I'm not really sure about the usefulness of this. Test, you can define class methods inside a class. So within your class, you can say that you're making it a class method. So right now, if we were to say dog.aClass method, it's going to give us a no method error because it's not there. But if we were to do this, well, then we're kind of using a different example. Dog.aClass method. Now, I'm not sure that that's even right, but yeah. This method. Interesting. If I save that and run the tests again, we'll see what happens, but I'm pretty sure that this is going to work. It's just showing you that you can define class methods within a class. I'm not sure why you wouldn't just go a class method. So that's strange. So last expression in class. So class is equal to dog 21 and test class statements return the value of their last expression. So here we've got a class statement, and if we just call this, it's going to return 21. So I guess it's just showing you that you can kind of invert it as well. This specific one's just showing you that if you have a implicit return at the end, then that's going to be the one that returns. So self inside of class statement is equal to class dog self. Test self while inside a class is class object, not instance. Dog is equal to self inside of class. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, I think that's true. 107, that was where we are, 129. So this is passed. This is very, it's a very koan-y type thing. Like, I'm not even sure how to explain that. I'm not sure I even understand it. Okay, so self class method 2, another way to write class methods. So yeah, I see self all the time. I use self a lot. Maybe that's why I thought that this was so strange, is because usually I just write self.class method, and that gives you ways to write methods there. So this is just going to be another way. Yeah, you can even see the answers right here, but I'm just walking through it because of that. Another way to write class methods. Okay, cool. Oh, wow, you can pipe in class, pipe in self, and another method, still another way? That's bizarre. I've never seen that before. Still another way. Okay, so just Ruby gives you lots of options. There's two major ways to write class methods are here, and then you can do it like that. Which one do you prefer? Are there times you might prefer one over the other? I'm not sure why you would ever want to use this, but who knows? Maybe you've got some good ones. I'm not saying that I have the right answers to all these. I'm just trying to talk through them. So test, here's an easy way to call class methods from instance methods. Fido is equal to dog.new, Fido.class, another class method. Whoa. Fido.class dot another class method. I mean, that is wild. 129. Well, let's run the rake task. I think that another class method. So I think this is just going to be still another way. Because they're just showing you different ways to add methods to there. So if this is confusing to you, I totally understand it, because I'm not exactly sure why you would want us to do it on all these other ways. But anyways, now we're at about message passing on 27 of a different file, which means that we have completed the about class methods file. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll see you in the next lesson.